This will be a make or break budget for the finance minister. So there are three aspects to it, and this is what the finance minister should be doing. This will be a make or break budget for the finance minister. Now, Honorable Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman and Prime Minister Narendra Modi, along with their officials in the Finance Ministry and the Prime Minister's office, respectively, have been holding consultations with a large number of stakeholders, be it bankers, be it industrialists, economists, as well as the common public. The main focus of this budget is likely to be creating jobs and reviving the economy after COVID 19 flatlined the Indian economy in 2020-21. The government's plank for this budget is likely to be infrastructure. The government thinks that instead of an even wider or bigger job creation, job guarantee program like there is Narega in the rural area, instead of that, while that will continue, instead of expanding that, the government wants to just push more money into infrastructure projects with the intention of creating jobs. So there are three aspects to it, and this is what the finance minister should be doing. Number one, there's obviously the national infrastructure pipeline. Number two, the government's own spending in infrastructure. And number three, the government may or want to come up with an infrastructure financing agency or a development finance agency, which will want to bring in more private sector investment into infrastructure. Now, obviously, with big ticket infrastructure projects, the number one advantage is activity is created, as well as there is a lot of employment opportunities, especially for the millions of migrant laborers who went back home during the lockdown. And many of them, while some of them have returned to the cities, many of them have not been able to. So this is what the number of economists and even industrialists are expecting from the budget. In fact, as per the CII Money Control CEO survey, the most number of participants in that survey, the most number of CEOs said that they want the government to go for a record public spending investment. They want the government to spend like it has never before. They believe it is the only way the economy can be revived, and more government spending, more government public investment in infrastructure will also enable and encourage more private spending investment. The finance minister in her budget needs to lay out a clear roadmap of how the government will proceed about it. Now, we know that a lot of it will depend on the states as well, because ultimately healthcare is a state subject rather than a central government subject. However, it would be very pertinent upon the finance minister to announce a roadmap and how much the government is willing to spend. We know that, for example, the first priority is the frontline healthcare work. Then there will be senior citizens and those with comorbidities. After that, the government will have to spell out that for the rest of the population, when will the drugs be available over the counter? When will they be available for the purchase? As well as for that section of society which cannot afford these drugs, how will the government subsidize them and provide the drugs to them and get the drugs to their doorsteps? We are talking about the large rural population and the urban poor population. Because spelling that out will also create a very positive sentiment and encouragement to the markets, as well as to industrialists, to industry, as well as the general public. Now, for job creation, apart from what the government should do for infrastructure, the government should also announce a lot of SOPs for the MSME sector, the small and medium enterprises. Obviously, it is the small and medium enterprises which take up the bulk of employment in this country. A number of people, a number of sectors, a number of industrialists as well as economists have conveyed to the Prime Minister and the Finance Minister and the bureaucrats who are making the budget, there need to be incentives for MSMEs to hire more, to expand more, so that they can take in more people and create more jobs. Also, apart from all these, the rural sector has been a saving grace for the economy in the current financial year. Even in the April to June quarter, when the economy contracted by 23.9%, the agriculture sector grew by 3%. So the government needs to ensure that that strong growth in agriculture continues. Although agriculture has been the most resilient in terms of taking an impact from COVID-19 compared to other sectors, agriculture has done fairly well. The government still needs to ensure that the sector continues to do well going ahead also, because one out of every three Indians is employed by the agriculture sector also in the rural sector. So these are some of the things that the finance minister needs to do. Number one, spend big. Spend big, go big in terms of public investment, in terms of public spending, in terms of capital expenditure. Number two, uh, ensure focus on MSMEs to create more jobs and to expand. Number three, announce a clear roadmap, a confidence building measure in terms of how the government plans to distribute the vaccine. And number four, not remove the focus away from the rural economy. So these four things which uh, I should say the government should be doing, and these four things are also what a number of interested stakeholders have told the government that they should be doing. Of course, it remains to be seen what the finance minister does in the upcoming budget. She has given a lot of hints. She has said that this will be a budget like no other in the past, and hopefully it will be the one which will create a lot of momentum, a lot of positive sentiment, and take India towards a path of strong revival after the COVID-19 pandemic.